Oh, man, man. Listening, listening, listening to black men, and I'm gonna say men right now because you guys are supposed to be the leaders. Listening to you guys hate your own race is crazy to me. Listening to you guys say how you hate or you can't stand or the very thing that was created for you, because literally God put Adam to sleep and made a woman and saw that she was good. Okay? God makes no mistakes. He makes no mistakes. If the Lord see that women were mistakes, we would have been out of here a long time ago. To hear black men sit here and say that women ain't this, women ain't that, you got kids, you a baby mama, you got this many baby daddies, you don't know what you're talking about, saying that black men and women used to be kings and queens. It's so disappointing. It's truthfully overwhelming. It's truthfully overwhelming. I don't understand the cool mind frame because I've been around too much to hate my people. I've learned too much to know that what we go through and the reason that we are the way that we are is because of what we went through. The things that's been fed to us, the poison that's been fed to us, whether it's through the television, whether it's through our eyes, see evil, our ears, hear evil, or the things that we say, speak evil. We are being fed evil every day. Therefore, you will most likely see evil come out. And for you to have no understanding of it is wild. I'm going to review this video. If anybody wants to come up, let's talk about this stream. This stream was crazy, and it still is crazy. They're still having it. I cannot listen to the black woman put her own people down. I can't. I cannot deal with the woman that's up here talking about black women this and black men that. And it sounds like you kissing a man's ass and you ain't got one. You're kissing all this ass trying to make a man seem happy or, oh, I like her, but still ain't with nobody. Men like strong women. Let me tell y'all this, women. Let me tell y'all this, ladies. Men like a strong woman. They don't like these weak women. They're not for it. They're not for it. It's fun to look at. It's fun to like, oh, But at the end of the day, a strong man wants a strong woman. A good man wants a good woman, and a good woman stands up for good. A good woman don't stand on the side of bad. Nobody's sitting there telling you to defend bad. But then when you start saying that black women are bad, black women are this, you look like a bamboozle character. You look like, hey, old kind old sir. It's crazy to me. Nah, you say you don't want strong, independent, but you also don't want weak. Look, we already know what we're talking about. We're not talking about the I don't give a fuck my friend. That's not what we're talking about. Let's be on the level that we know we're on. Let's be on understanding mentality. Okay. We all know a traumatized mind from a strong mind. We know the difference. We know the difference. Okay. That's not what we're talking about. Okay, like I said, we're not talking about Shanae's. We're not talking about Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B's. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Sojourner Truth. We're talking about Harriet Tubman's. We're talking about Rosa Parks. We're talking about Martin Luther King's wife, Coretta Scott. That's the strong type of woman I'm talking about.
When we're gonna talk about the black women in this era, though, that's cool. That's history and all that. But where they at, B?
We can't
talk about
fix broken. Broken has to fix broken.
That's what you mean.
We still need to give credit to the unbroken.
Okay.
And it seems like If we show any sign and or indication that, hey, I'm a strong sister and I stand on my beliefs, it's a turnoff. Since when?
That's not it. That's not it. Y'all complain too much, and so do the black men. That's why I tell both of them, hold on, wait. That's why I tell both of them to shut the fuck up. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like on this case, right? Your friend pressed play. She was doing a lot in the chat. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, you ain't even listening to the conversation you hearing. You feel me? That's first off. So when we talk about this whole thing about the black woman and black man, I don't even know where you want to go. That strong, independent woman that wanna hear and not listen, yo, they gotta get cut out of here. You feel what I'm saying? You need that humility to come in. That's the problem with y'all. Facts. And men, y'all just toxic as fuck.
Who is y'all? Who is y'all?
The debate of black women.
Okay, but again, not everything is fixed. A lot of things are broken. Okay, so you gotta let broken be broken, and it is what it is. But when you try to make it, not you, when I'm not speaking directly, but when y'all try to sit here and say, "Oh, we sick of the black woman attitude," bro, y'all just don't understand. That's why I always make the understanding or remembrance that when y'all was being hung on a tree, guess who was right there with you? It was no other race. It was no other people being destroyed mentally with y'all but us. So you guys act like we were supposed to come from seeing our sons being hung, our husbands being hung, our fathers. You guys act like we're supposed to come from that, our children being taken away, us having to be mammies to the white women's children, and they think that we're supposed to come out strong and unbroken. That's the unfairness of the black man.
No.
You guys forget that we went through shit too.
We didn't forget about that.
We're okay. So we need y'all to act like it.
No,
we're mentally fucked too.
Okay, you're not even understanding, B. We ain't talking about the 1870s.
At the beginning of the conversation, you came in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's get to that. You feel me?
Yeah,
so it's cool. We know the convo. No, let's talk. Let's have our convo. You feel me? So you want to talk about the 1800s and all that? We done with that. You feel what I'm saying? We talking about right now. Okay. We talking about right now in 2025. You do understand that with culture and when it comes to the decades and the whatever, you know what I mean? The decades and the how they say every 100 years, whatever. Society changes, right? So it got to the point that we need each other, we love each other. To now it's like, fuck that nigga, you niggas ain't shit. And then dudes are sitting up there saying, you bitches ain't shit. I'd rather deal with this, that, and the third because y'all not right and blah, blah, blah. Century, thank you, Joshua. So we at that era now where it's like fight against fight. You know what I'm saying? So you sit up there and say, yo, it's black men doing this. Y'all black men, y'all black men. I could easily sit up there and say, y'all black women, y'all black women. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is at the end of the day, you keep talking about unbroken. What you doing to fix that brokenness?
Well, it starts with a conversation. It starts with acceptance. But again, I cannot fix anybody, and neither can you. So if I was a therapist, because that's an actual career, if I was a therapist and I seen someone broken come into my office, am I supposed to tell this person? See, this is the problem with black women. If I see someone come into my office and they're mentally off, is my next response to them is going to say, how dare you be so ignorant and you got kids by different men? What is that going to help?
Nothing.
This is what I'm saying. We need y'all to understand that we're broken just like we understand that y'all are broken. But sometimes you guys act like you're not broken. You guys act like, oh, that was the 1800s. Okay, right. I was born in the 80s. I was born in the 80s. Am I supposed to say, forget the 80s, it's 2025 now, this is who I am now? No. Where I started in the 80s, right? And my training started in the 70s because that's when my mom was born. And then that's when she was going through life, learning what she's learning to end up teaching me in the 80s. Now I'm learning what I learned to teach my children in the 2000s or the 2020s, right? My learning came from my mom, which was in the 70s, which came from her mom, which was in the 50s. So we can't sit here and say, Brownsburg, that history doesn't play a part in who we are today.
I'm not saying that.
It does.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
So the issue is here. You want me to take a trip back to slavery and massa. I ain't doing that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, hold on. So it's like this, B. We know what happened. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand how it goes with cultures. When it comes to the Jews, do the Jewish man say to the Jewish woman, let's not forget that we both was in the Holocaust? Or do they sit up there and say, look, listen, we building up these business and we taking these niggas out the hood? You understand what I'm saying? Do these Jewish guys be like, yo, I gotta raise my kid, I gotta do this, I gotta do that? They understand where they came from, but the point is what they doing right now. See, the thing about it is that the problem with black people is they want to always go back to slavery as a fucking talking point. And I get that. Yo, my family was involved in some shit too. I know some history about my great-grandparents. It was fucked up. Was my great-grandmother still with my great-grandfather? Yes. Even through the war, even through what happened through slavery, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They was able to acquire land. They came to New York. They did what they did. You feel me? So the thing about it is they understood that. Honorable, great. You feel what I'm saying? 40s, 50s, all the way to the 70s, 80s, and 90s. You feel me? Well, the thing about it is you're talking about a different time period. You talk about now in 2025, where through programming, which has been successful, to have black women and black men not get along. And not only that, gender wars on a widespread front of women and men. But do we sit up there and say that there is some type of behavioral trait that black women have? Yes. Just like there's some behavioral traits that black men have. That is true. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? So what's the deal? You want me to go take a trip back with Harriet Tubman?
It's coming from the programming. So if you are in understanding of programming and how that works, let's just say that you're not. I know everybody has seen the movie The Matrix, the first one. And when he was walking Neo through the frame of pretty much like New York, and he was showing Neo that all of these people are plugged into the system. You're plugged into the system. And no matter what you say to them, you are going to be the enemy because you think different. He understood that people are a part of something that they were created to be a part of, right? So what we now with the Jewish will have empathy upon their people because they understand. This is why they get reparations. This is why the Jewish get reparations. They're actually being, I don't even know the word right now, but their reparations pretty much says, I understand what you went through and I'm sorry what you went through. And here's some type of compensation that'll help you get out of it. Jewish has compensation to put them through therapy. They have compensation to help them build a community. What do we have? Nothing. But what are we gaining? Cardi B, Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion, all of this sloppy, doppy mess. Nothing is helping us. The last fucking thing that we need is our leaders telling us that we ain't shit. You guys are adding to trauma.
What do you mean?
You're adding to trauma. Now, we might not have whips and chains on us physically, but it's now mental. And understand that our slave masters knew that would be a better plantation. It would be a better plantation to open up the world and make it a plantation versus having small fields of it. And it would be better that instead of these whips and chains, I'm going to make their whips and chains mental. So when y'all tell us, oh, you're not going through slavery, we absolutely are. It's just a different form of it.
I agree.
Y'all black men are hurting us. Y'all hurting our feelings.
What are you talking about? We hurting
y'all
our
are
feelings?
Hurting our feelings because y'all are too quick to bash us. Y'all are too quick to bash us.
You know what's really funny about that? We go in the era and time. Let's bring it back to history, B. Start off with the fucking like 85 to about like 90. Syndicated television. That thanks to the fucking slave master, which is the mass media, started giving airtime, and especially the color purple. Started giving to this airtime to sit up there and say that the black man is a problem towards a black woman. Then it went down and down and down and down and down and down and down, right? So then because of all this shit that went out here. Then it started becoming cool to sit up there and say, you niggas is scrubs, you ain't shit, and blah, blah, blah. So y'all got that airtime for at least the last 20 years. In recent years, the black man started rebellion and saying, well, y'all bitches ain't shit either.
No, sir.
So now it became a wave. Now it became a wave of fuck you black women and fuck you black men at the same time. That's what we dealing with today. You feel what I'm saying?
Who started the bitches thing first? Who? Your rap artist. And it wasn't the women rap artists because we weren't rappers then. It was the men black artists. You guys started degrading your women first.
Give me the year.
What do you mean give you the year? Women were not rappers first. Men were. Am I wrong? Okay.
That's subjective. So you can take it all the way back, but before the 70s, and even in the 70s, we were not referring to our women as bitches.
Probably like
even
the 90s, 2000s.
Yeah, the 80s. Yo, first of all, in the 80s, listen. First of all, let's get into that.
No, you're missing. Hold on, you're missing the point. Before we divert, you're missing the point.
What?
You guys started degrading your women first for money.
Really?
You guys started calling us bitches first.
You sure about money. That? You sure about that?
I am 100% sure about that. You guys agreed that you're going to change the way that instead of hip hop, it became rap. You guys changed the way that you started talking about your women.
Was that us?
We got on board calling ourselves bitches.
Was that us? Or was that the industry? The same ones that gave in
the ones out to the industry.
Okay, that's complete bullshit. Then what about the women that was sexualizing themselves in the 80s as well? Can we talk about that?
How? Through what? Through the
rap music. Through the rap music. Through the rap music too. And through the R&B too. You feel me? So then in the 90s, right? Y'all love to talk about this. Or y'all was sexually degrading us and this, that, and third. Who told those dumbass girls to be in the videos themselves?
You guys, when you started saying, hey,
we didn't pay for them.
Hold on, Ross. When you want to take care of your kids, I'm gonna offer you $2,000. Just as music video, we just want you in a bikini. You guys started selling us.
We didn't do that.
We hopped on board with y'all.
We did not do that. That was the Jews.
A king not take accountability for his village. I've never seen that. This is probably why we don't have any more kings now, because you guys don't take accountability for the route.
We don't have the economic power to run the music industry. That's where you're wrong.
You have the power to run your women.
Again, we do not have the power to run the music industries. Jews and the Israelis do. So when you sit here and you talk that nonsense, know what you're talking about.
You should
think about it. Hold on. Listen. No, because back in the 80s and 90s, you had a lot of dumbass men that didn't understand what a lot of dumbass boys that was just happy-go-lucky to get money. You understand that? But you're sitting up there saying men. No, it wasn't us. We were programmed to do that from the Jewish and the music executives.
Excuses, Bronsberg.
That's not excuses. It's a fact.
Bronsberg, you didn't take one accountability.
80s. Do you know what happened in the late 80s? We was all good calling our women queens and all that other stuff. Who fucked it up? When they gave attention to the fucking West Coast about the gangster rap and all that shit. That's where the cosmic shift. You know who was responsible for that? The music industry. The executives. They was responsible for programming our men to sit up there and degrade the women, and then the women agreed to being degraded. That's what happened.
No, we went on board because we thought that's what y'all liked. We started showing titties and ass.
Y'all was in it. Y'all was in it for the money.
Hold on. Because it seems like when you guys start hearing the truth, you want to get defensive. You don't even defend your own women, but you'll defend y'all bullshit. Okay? When you you just said that's when it started, when the Jewish started offering us or you guys deals. You guys took it. Now, if you didn't agree with NWA, guess who was the biggest buyers of the albums? Men. You guys could have boycotted that type of music centuries ago, but
ironically, we
did. On board with it. Hold on. Then guess what women started doing? Oh, he liked the straight hair. Oh, he like it when I show a little titties and ass.
A lot.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start becoming what the man likes. You guys act like y'all don't know the power that you have over us, but you do. You do. Women didn't start calling ourselves bitches and hoes. That's not what we started doing. We started going after what you guys liked.
That's bullshit. That's complete
Are
bullshit.
you
Even in the
serious?
70s, even in the 70s, y'all was calling yourselves bitches amongst each other and then get mad that men was doing it. Stop it. And then y'all want to sit up there and talk about
My
all this
mom never
music
spoke.
shit.
My mom never. Absolutely. My mom was born in
Maybe
'70.
your
And
mom,
she
maybe your
was
mom
to
did
see
it.
something
Maybe
new.
maybe your mom did it. But let's stop playing games like y'all didn't see films in the fucking 70s when women was calling each other bitches,
Where men was calling the
especially
women
black
bitches.
exploitation films. They were sitting up there degrading each other on there. Men was too. And I always say that. Men, when they had that pimp culture and all that nonsense, that was programming. Men definitely fucked up the bag when they did that shit. Let's move on to this fucking hip hop shit since we love to talk about that. Again, you know, it was not in the black men's control to sit up there and regulate the music industry when it went corporate. That was executives. Even at that meeting that they had in 1991, classified documents, if I may add, was trying to add to the mass incarceration of black men and to basically put the woman into being over-sexualized, aka
And
the
guess who
black
was in
woman.
that meeting? P. Diddy.
No, he wasn't.
Probably Lil Wayne, Birdman, them.
In
Guess who was in
91?
this freaking LL Cool J, them?
In 91?
You guys were in that meeting. You guys were.
You actors, and then let's talk about this. The NWA shit, you do realize there was a black woman that advocated to stop the sale of that, as well as black men. There was whole organizations that said we don't want to listen to that gangster rap shit and how they degrade women is horrible. Let's stop playing games. Let's stop playing games
You said
like
the black
you don't
woman
be having.
advocated to stop
Let's
playing.
stop playing games as if black men have not been supporting y'all. The different calibers of black men have been supporting y'all and saying we not with the bullshit when it comes to being disrespectful to black women. Let's stop that right now. Let's move on to the fact that when black men sit up there and uplift y'all, sometimes y'all don't even appreciate that shit. Y'all sit up there and call us hoteps and call us all this shit. And I'm not going to say it's all of y'all, but we know for sure a black man that sit up there and call you a queen and they say, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? This, that, and the third. That'd be the words out y'all mouth.
Black woman gets mad at a man for calling her a queen.
Oh, you'll be surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it every day from where I'm from.
What's wrong with her? She's mentally destroyed. And this is the thing. Like I said, as a psychiatrist, since y'all know everything, a psychiatrist will never get someone in their office that's mentally destroyed and starts bashing them. They immediately shut the fuck up, listen, and then go up from there. You guys, you don't shut the fuck up, you don't listen, and we're going down from there. The men have so much control over women, and you guys act like you don't. You guys can get us to take our panties off, and we just met you 4 hours ago. You guys have so much control. You can cheat on us and give us an excuse, and we'll take you back. You guys have so much control over us, but you guys act like we are in a position that we are in today because solely for us.
You have so much rights. Y'all have so much rights nowadays.
You take a married woman like myself who's had kids during my marriage and call me a baby mama. You'll still degrade me. You'll still downgrade me.
That's an individual problem.
Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Damned if women have a kid by their husband, and damned if women don't. We can't do nothing right to you guys. Oh, you should get back with your baby daddy. So what if he was whooping your ass? What if he was touching your kids inappropriate? What if he was just such a horrible person once you guys end up having a kid? You still don't take accountability on a man's behalf. It's still the woman.
Okay. I do not co-sign the behavior and the statements of some dumbass black men individuals who say stupid shit like that. Okay? I don't. If you've watched my channel for a while, I'll be the first nigga I just did a video tonight talking about how Aaron the plumber is a fucking dumbass.
Why?
And the problem is he's a black man that sit up there and advocate for black men to go to jail when they're 18 to learn about the fucking culture. That's retarded. He's dumb. He sat up there and said he recommends all black men should go to prison when they're 18 years old for 90 days. Is that not me? Why did he say that? Because he advocated for the gang culture that was propagated by the media. Do you understand that? So when you go ahead and you say what you're saying about black men and we have power over you, we don't. We're the lowest of the totem pole. Y'all have more rights. Y'all have more rights in this era than ever before. You also have the fact of the matter that because of feminism was added in, because of Margaret Sanger, that's a problem too. They don't like to talk about that. Margaret Sanger set y'all niggas up. You know why? because they thought they gave you into the war. They gave you into the whole point. Y'all thought it was okay to get abortions, and there's no repercussions for that shit. So now today you have the women that make rap music that sit up there and say, I'm gonna abort that nigga baby. Then y'all sit up there and do all that twerking shit and all that stuff because it's a statement and rebellious against black men. But then you know what the problem is? Y'all take it back to Malcolm X and say the most disrespected woman in the world is the black woman, to basically get at the black men, not even noticing we don't have no control over y'all. We couldn't even try if we wanted to.
You guys
had airtime for the last 15 to 30 years.
In Tupac videos, you got naked bitches, women walking around calling them bitches. And what's his
fault
name?
is that?
What's his name? The one that married Little Kim or got Little Kim. He's the one that told her to be a whore to make it. You guys are the reason that the black woman is where we are. And now that you have destroyed us, you are talking down on us and acting as if we are nothing. You guys put us here. How dare you sit there and blame the music industry for you signing a contract in your blood? You can't blame them. Of course the devil is going to come and say, here's a contract. Are you going to blame the devil? Do you think God is going to say it is the devil's fault so you can come to heaven? No. You have your own conscience. You make your own choices. You have your own conscience. You make your own choices.
You want me to speak on the behalf of all black men and sit up there and say that, oh, well, we need to be responsible for getting a contract in our lower chakra states?
Are you serious?
I'm completely serious. You act as if every black man is conscious. No, excuse me, because I say so-called. Every so-called black man like myself has to be responsible for the dumbass bullshit that niggas like to do. You understand that? So the thing about it is, do you think that I'm on the same level as Aaron the plumber? Do you think that?
Let me tell you this.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
I am answering the question. You know I'm answering.
It's a yes or no. Don't go further than that. Don't run from it.
You have wisdom.
You running from it.
Aaron the plumber has wisdom. When Aaron the plumber said that we should all take a trip to jail for 90 days, what he said is, black men, don't go do stupid shit. Let me go and show you what it would be like and what it would feel like if you did do stupid shit.
So, oh my God.
That's what, like, what's that show called? Scared Straight? That's what that show was. That's pretty much what he said.
You just literally said it's cool for a black man to basically agree with degenerate behavior by advising black men to go to jail. Why is he telling black men? No, that's not what he said. Listen. Why did he advise black men to get into martial arts or have a stronger community amongst black men instead of saying at 18 years old you should go to jail? Why didn't he say that?
He didn't say.
I didn't say commit a crime. I'm not saying commit a crime.
I'm saying take a trip down to the institution that they want you to be in for 50 years.
For what?
Ron, listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is what he said. Take a trip. Because look, okay, how about this? I took my 5-year-old daughter to the South, downtown. Y'all know how downtown is in the South. It's full of people on drugs and homeless. I took her down on a trip there for a weekend. I didn't let her stay, but we went on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I showed her, this is where you're going to be if you end up on drugs and having sex at a young age. That's what he's saying. I need y'all to see where you're going to be at if you in this world. So if y'all, he didn't say commit a crime. He's just saying if y'all continue on this path, this is where y'all gonna be.
That's not what he said. That is not what he said.
That's what he said.
That is not what he meant. And plus, when you kept watching the video and what he said, he also said, "Yo, what did you want to be when you grew up?" He said, "I wanted to be a gangster." Okay. So even by those points, he's already alluding to the fact of the matter that he uplifts a degenerate culture such as gangsterism that's been put on black men.
He said when he was a kid,
he idolized that shit. So he idolized that shit. So by him making that statement, talking about black men at the age of 18 need to go to prison for 90 days, he's already alluding to the fact of the matter he wants them to be just like him. A degenerate.
That's not what he was saying, bro.
That's a degenerate behavior. That's a degenerate behavior.
So
and like I said, all that.
I took my daughter downtown and I showed her.
That's not the same. That's not the same.
How?
That is not the same. That is. I know where you're going. It's not the same.
Okay. Okay, I'm just saying. So let's get back to the panel. Okay, the black guy up there didn't want to hear anything, and everything that came out his mouth was, "This is why the black woman is this, and this is why the black woman is that, and any black woman with children by different men is disgusting." And I wouldn't listen to anything they said. You're using your voice, your platform, to down your women. To down your women. You guys are hurting our feelings, bro. Okay. I was on HQ panel the other day, and she had an awesome black woman up there. See, look at Caucasian Sasquatch saying be bold, but Caucasian, our black man find being bold. Oh my God, she needs to calm down. She needs to not be like that. Okay, a good man love for their women to be strong soldiers. Okay,
I'm not going to represent for all black women who are fucking degenerates. Sorry,
we're not.
I'm not. Hold on. I'm not. I'm not going to represent for black men who say stupid shit. I assess the situation. Now, if it's a black woman that had 7 to 8 kids with different men, she's a dumbass. And so are the men that sat there and slept with her. You understand that? If it's a woman that had a problem with the man she was with, he might have been physically abusive and all this other shit, and she said, hey, it didn't work out, but the new man that I'm with, and we had kids and stuff like that, I'm not blaming her for anything. It's about how you assess the situation. That's why I'm not quick to sit up there and say, oh, black women having different kids with different men. I assess the situation. Why we uphold this whole entire idea about hoardism. You know who I can't stand right now who's getting airtime? Bonnie Blue and that other white bitch. How is these white bitches able to sit up there and fuck 1,000 men and they get praised? But the one time that a black woman sit up there and probably fuck about 10 men, she's on trial.
But you see what I mean? Are doing that
assessment. No, we're
not.
White
men are going around saying, look at this whore.
Yes, they are.
Y'all are going around saying that about us.
Yes, they are. Where the fuck have you been? You don't watch those fucking podcasts where they sit up there and clown bitches that have OnlyFans and they white? What the fuck you talking about?
I really don't watch.
Exactly. So you don't see what I see. I can sit up there and have a whole conversation every day about it because I can see what's going on. You know what's the problem in this society? Women are being uplifted to do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's the problem in this society, including black women. So then when it's a black man that says, yo, sister, that's not cool, this, that, there, nigga, you don't tell me shit. You ain't got money, And so you see black men hear that, they be like, well, you know what? If I try to sit up there and be nice to the black woman by having this conversation, and every single time I'm going to be scrutinized, what the fuck is the point sitting up there trying to have this conversation in? I'm good. Yo, Dr. Umar, fuck you too. You feel me? We out. Like, we not dealing with that.
That is your place to correct a woman.
What you mean?
Nobody told y'all, man, that is y'all place to correct a woman.
So what are we supposed to do?
Be quiet. Shut the fuck up. Go to another panel. So it's not a man's place to correct a woman. It does nothing.
Oh, it's not. So a woman is supposed to correct a woman?
Yes.
So if you in a relationship with your man right now, he's not supposed to correct you?
If I'm in a marriage, I have given him permission to correct me. We're not
in a relationship,
about a random man and a random woman on a panel.
I'm not saying that. Like I said, that's some goofy, and let me say that is some goofy shit because I don't agree with that. Unless you just
goofy.
Fucking men that sit up there and say whatever they say, or correcting the woman. Like, what do you mean? Like correcting the woman on a panel and shit? Like, what do you mean? Go in with that.
You guys think you can tell a woman that she's fat, she needs to lose weight, she needs to shut up, she talk too much? That doesn't work. It's not your man's place to correct the woman, just like it's not a woman's
place. It isn't a man's place to correct the woman due to certain circumstances.
Man, who are you?
Are you saying in general, or are you saying to certain circumstances?
I'm saying period. I'm saying period.
A man is supposed to correct his woman.
Father and daughter. I'm not talking about husband and wife.
You have to clarify that. You have to clarify that.
I did. That's what I said. My husband could correct me. My partner, I have given him permission to correct me. But you as a man on the street or on a panel, you don't have no rights to correct me. I didn't give you any authority to do that. You're a man. You have to know your place. You have to know your place. It is a woman's job to correct each other. And I don't mind going on these panels telling these hoes, y'all doing too damn much. Like the panel you guys were just on. And the females up there talking, the black women are this and black women are that. Look, baby girl, I know what it looks like when you want to try to get a man, but what you're doing ain't working. It comes off as weak. No man, like I said, wants a weak ass woman.
That's a projection. And what makes them weak? That is a projection you just did. And let me add on to that, since you're saying that. What is wrong with a woman being able to sit there and just listen to what that man has to say, then respond in kind if she agrees with what the man is saying? I'm not one of these dudes. I'm not one of these niggas that agree with the pick me shit, because I used to call them pick me bitches out all the time and say, y'all full of shit. Y'all, Tyranny, you don't understand who Bronzebird is. Baby, I've been on these streets 5 years and still going strong. You understand? So what I'm saying is, you talking about men are not supposed to correct women. Yes, they are. But when it comes to panels, if you have rules, generally, if you have rules on a panel, yeah, you expect to and sit up there. And I'm not saying, well, women on this panel, I think that's dumb as fuck.
Have you been able to correct your mom?
If I felt my mom was doing something wrong, I call her out on it. We have a conversation.
And does she listen to take your advice?
Yes, she does.
No, your mama do what the hell she want to do. Have you been able to correct
That's
your
wrong.
sister?
That's wrong. And especially my father. If my father felt like my mom is doing wrong, then he'll sit up there and say something to my mother. Just like if I'm doing something, hold on, wait a minute. If my mother felt like I was doing something wrong, she has every right on sitting up there saying, Bronze, that was bad what you did, and this is what you should do. Okay, but it's a give and take as well. I look again in my world. If I feel like you have done something wrong, I will call you out on it and have a conversation with you. I'm not going to sit up there and say to my mother, "You're a woman, so you did it." I'm not doing that. That's my mom. First of all, I respect my mother. You can't put my mom. You can't put my mom into this conversation. That's a whole different breed. Number one. Let me finish this thought though. Okay. Let me finish this thought. Like I said, just to reiterate. If I felt my mom was doing something wrong, I would say something to her about it. There's a different way on how I speak to my mom versus on how I speak to women. You understand that? I can't go at my mom and be like, bitch, you won't have no understanding. You know why I don't do that? Because that's my mother.
Okay.
So you can't make the comparison, my mother versus other women. That's my mother we talking about.
Okay.
You understand?
Your mother has given you permission to correct her.
Ain't no permission.
I have given my children permission to correct me because I trust them. But you as a stranger cannot correct a woman. That's not your position. I can't go on a panel and try to correct a man and tell him what a man should be doing. That's not my position. I could take up for my people as I try to do, but when you start going personal and you're trying to, that doesn't work. I'm not listening. The conversation is over because I haven't given you permission. But you men absolutely have so much control over us women, and you can lead us in the right path. But the only path that you guys have led us on is destruction. And then you get angry with us, and then you get upset with us that the path that you have left us on is destructive.
We don't have power.
On.
Black men do not have power over black women for the last time. We are at the bottom of the totem pole. What y'all just like y'all say goofy shit. Just like y'all say goofy shit.
By Neo and was it Neo and Jamie Foxx and a rapper guy? It's called Independent. And you guys promoted Independent Woman. And I remember when we first heard that song, my mom and my mom loved that song so much, and she started thinking, oh shit, I didn't know men like independent women like this. You guys started promoting because you signed this deal with the devil. You started promoting the very woman that you hate. Woman that you don't like.
I'm sorry. So you're taking a song by Neo.
I'm speaking.
No, hold on, wait. You're talking about a song by Neo, Jamie Foxx, and Twista, and talking about Independent Woman, and then
that was Fabulous.
Fabulous?
Yes.
Oh, you talking about Movement by Myself? We're forced and we together. That song?
I thought that was Independent. Man,
Independent is with Twista. Fabulous, you know what I mean? But getting back to the point. So you're taking a song about independent where he's honoring the woman for being able to be stable on her own and she can do whatever. And excuse me, because I don't want to go down that road. You're getting mad because a man is honoring a woman that's able to provide for herself, do for herself and stuff like that, and she chooses to get into a relationship. What's the problem with that?
Matt, no, but do you understand what comes with telling a woman, I love it when you could do it on your own, make your own, be your own, you don't need no man. You guys started this.
Nobody's sitting up there saying, nobody is saying, no one's saying, he was not saying even in the song, he wasn't even saying you don't need a man. He was just finding it sexually attractive that a woman is able to handle her own shit. And basically, even if he comes on the team, basically it's like, yo, we a unit together. That's where y'all lost me, yo. Like,
okay,
you,
so
like
look,
if I like an independent woman, I just like the fact of the matter she be about her business. And then if I come into the relationship, we a team. It's not some versus Bronzebird or Bronzebird versus da da da. I'm not with that shit. So your independent woman, not your independent woman synopsis, I think is biased, to be honest, because I don't think you really understand why they made the song the way that they did.
So it doesn't work like that. You guys, when women hear it, we hear you like an independent woman. We don't hear you like her independent when she's single, but when she's married, she's dependent. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. You can't just switch that shit off, bro. I'm sorry. When us women first heard that song, we got it there. We're thinking you guys like it when a woman got it. And because now I got it, do you understand the mind frame that comes along when a woman says, I don't need you, I can pay for my own, I can open my own door? You guys created the very woman that you hate now. No, you guys start telling us that you like makeup by the women in your music videos, by the women that was on your arms, by the women that you married. You guys showed us that you like straight hair by the women that you married, by the women in your videos. When we become the very thing that you guys like, you hate us. And then we hear you guys on panels talking about this. Oh, I don't like the loud mouth black woman. That's all you promote.
No, we don't.
That's what you cheat on us with, Bronzebird.
No, you guys cheat on with who? Cheat on with who?
The very woman that you come online and you say you don't like.
That's a lie, B. Like you. First of all, and the thing about it is, it's like you cannot. And that's a general statement because you cannot categorize all us black men be like, you guys do that, you guys do that. Again, I always say
as a
programming. Do you understand what programming is? When y'all got introduced to feminism and when they had the women started coming up on the workforce.
We don't even know what feminism is.
Let's go back. Let's take it back to the 40s. When they started having the men go to war and they said that we needed women to go on the workforce, that's when they knew they wanted the paradigm to shift. So that now it's a battle between men and women. So you started off in the 40s, the 50s, 60s, the 60s, and half after the 65, 66 era, that's when it really started to become like, I don't need you niggas for shit. I don't need you men for shit. This, that, and third. Why you started thinking the divorce rate started going up by the 80s?
Okay.
Because it started becoming a battle between men and women and it started becoming unhealthy. That's what the fuck happened. So the thing about it is, even by that point, feminism was a influence in that shit, which was brought on by programming. Y'all say all this shit about men and this, that, and the third. The battle isn't with the black men because we don't have control of shit. You know who the problem is and who you should really be mad at? White men, the fucking Jewish men, and the executives that's behind that shit. Because those are the ones that's controlling the shit behind closed doors because they rule society, right?
Do you know who?
You know white men is behind feminism?
Now, hold on. Do you know who can break that? You guys have given up your power. And then not only have you given up your power, now you're blaming the very thing that you're supposed to be over. They broke. Hold on. They broke y'all too. They convinced y'all that your woman is stronger. They convinced y'all as well. We're agreeing. We're not on any disagreements right now. They convinced y'all as well that your women are stronger than you. They convinced y'all, hey, your black woman is stronger than you. So go on over to the weaker and submissive woman, the woman that don't even belong to you. While otherwise, that woman that you're over there with, that don't even belong to you, is over there plotting how to marry you and suck your dick, right? So when you become good and make money, she gonna be the one. What's that guy that just passed away? And his white wife, as soon as he passed away, she made a freaking book about him and started short. I mean, come on, man. You guys have been told lies too. Every black woman, I ain't gonna say every, because but most black women would tell y'all that y'all have the power.
Yeah, we do.
Most of us would tell y'all that y'all are the leaders.
Right.
Most of us would tell you guys are able to control. God gave y'all the power. The Most High gave y'all the power, and you know it. The Most High praised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and I think Joseph as well. He praised the men. Somehow you guys let the Jewish convince you guys to give up your power. We want y'all to take that shit back. But we don't want y'all to take it back and drag us in the mud instead of giving us our flowers and saying, Black woman, we know you destroyed and we sorry that we played a part in it.
Hoteps do that. Hoteps do that. The ones that y'all sit up there and clown, Hoteps do that. Hoteps and them Umar Johnsons of the world is always sitting up there saying the Black woman, y'all queens. You know, we love the Black woman. The Black woman, I know that we messed up. I know we did this, did. And then you know what happens? The Black woman comes back. Those usually a good amount of those Black women come back and they sit up there and say, I don't want to listen to this Hotep nigga, this pro-blackly black motherfucker. They say that shit. They say that shit.
That's the ones that don't love themselves.
But it's sad. And that includes an independent woman in that shit too. I ain't got time for these Hotep niggas. So the thing about it is, like I said, I don't got time for the bullshit. If you out here and you don't want to move around and you don't want to be part of the community, fuck you and have a good day. Respectfully. And the thing about it is, and I'm the tyranny, and I understand your passion and your drive, so I'm not including you in this. You don't have nothing to do with that when I say that. I'm talking about the Black woman that always got something to say out their goddamn mouth. And especially the Black man and the dumbass Black men that I got battle on YouTube who ain't nothing but whole ass bitches that want to sit up there and try to clown us. But then when you try to have a conversation with them, they like, man, I don't want to have a conversation with you because all you do is troll and be disrespectful. But hold up. So when I'm coming to you as a man, and if it's about men building with each other and we try to come to a common solution, and as a man, it's my job to correct you. Why are you running away from this shit and allowing these motherfucking women to talk shit on our brothers? It's supposed to be about accountability, right? So I'm checking my mans. I'm like, yo, what's good? Let's have a conversation. You feel what I'm saying? So like I said, at the end of the day, do I agree with Black men, especially when they put stereotypes on y'all as Black women? Absolutely not. I find that shit stupid as fuck. When you don't know a woman and she might have maybe 2 kids, 3, 4 kids, but she told you that she only had a child with one man, and the next man she had a child where she just had a child or had children. You want to sit up there and say, oh, you got with different men. That happened to one of the women that was on the panel, Sunkiss. She was on the panel, and guess what? They sitting up there saying, oh, you a baby mama. Sunkiss is married. It was like, well, I had to correct him. I said, Sunkiss is married. I know a white woman. I ain't gonna try to air her out. I respect her. I got mad love for her because she's cool. She's married to a Black man. She got kids by different men. I assess the situation. She's married. She has kids with different men, and I'm not talking shit about her. I assess the situation. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, I don't put other women of nationalities on a pedestal. I recognize there are behaviors of women of different nationalities. Black women have a certain behavioral trait that they just have. White women have a certain behavioral trait that they have. Asian women, and so on and so forth. Each nation has their own uniqueness to them. But in case if we're talking about this shit, let's stop with the goofy shit. We can go all day and be like, oh, Black men, you did this. Black women, you did this too. Motherfuckers have been programmed. That's all I'm saying. I can sit up there and say, Black women, your ass was programmed into feminism, which is the reason why you have the rhetoric that you have. The white woman clowned you. And not only that, the white woman's fight with the white man was because that's the reason why feminism was created. Black man, you dumb as fuck because you took a deal with the fucking rap industry in the 80s and let that shit go corporate. They allowed you to think that getting into prison and all that shit was dope, which is the reason why you have dumb retards like Aaron the Plug. Matter of fact, let me not do that. No, he's not a retard, but he has been put down a downtrodden path that I don't agree with.
Absolutely. Ever since he got into the industry that we're talking about, this man has went through a lot of bull crap. And sometimes when a man's manlyhood is tested, you're gonna get the gangsta out of him. So I'm sorry. At first, people didn't understand Aaron. But let's review this video right quick, okay? Let's review this video. I want to review this with HQ, but our schedules be conflicted sometimes. But this is one of the most disgusting shit I've ever seen, bro. This is one of the most disgusting shit I've ever seen, especially coming from women. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. And while you guys are here, make sure y'all hit the mother freaking like. Cash outs would be great, Don't send no super chats. I'm not on here enough. You're wasting your money and you're sending it to YouTube. Don't send me any super chats. Okay. This actually disgusted me, bro. And I'm just like, okay, as a man, I can understand why you would feel some type of way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I was Aaron, I would have popped off too. Okay, let me see if I can. How do I rewind this shit? Oh, I'm getting old. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me make it bigger. Okay, why is it not working? Let me rewind it. It's not working. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, let's turn up the volume. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Tell me if y'all can hear it. Let me make sure. No, you still can't hear it. There we go. Okay. What the heck happened? Bro, the volume keep going up. This is crazy. Hold on, I don't know why the volume keeps going up.
What you have right now.
Okay, let me try rewind it.
All right. You took the audio off. Put it back up.
Swear to God, if you fucking throw anything of mine on the fucking floor that I give you, you gonna have more than a fucking what you have right now.
Some little stitches stitched up, didn't you?
Go sit your ass over there.
Can I
Suit
say?
it up, Dad. No.
Okay, so for one, did y'all hear how she's talking to him?
Yep.
Damn, I wish this thing wasn't acting weird. Maybe I need to turn the volume off in my end. Hold on. I don't believe in degrading no man. This shit ain't cute. It's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. So you see how she slapped him, right?
Yeah.
You see how she slapped this man. I don't give a damn if it's a little tickle of the wiggle. Come on, thing. What we doing? This is crazy.
The floor that I give you, you gonna have more than a fucking what you have right now.
Some little stitches stitched up, didn't you?
Go sit your ass over there.
Can I
Suit
say?
it up, Dad. No.
I have to. When Erica said I needed to be sweeter and she gave me the love tap, it caught me off guard. I'm a man at the end of the day.
Are you going to ruin this fucking moment?
I absolutely have to.
She loves Taslim. He takes that shit too hard. He is saying, nah, I gotta interrupt this shit.
What in the Bobby?
What do you guys see right here in this woman?
This woman is exuding that modern day modernism.
Man, I see.
I respect him for she's probably a witch. See, the thing about it is Aaron has something he said, and he was recognizing that he was involved in a ritual while being on this show.
Right.
This is why I tried to retract my statements about calling him dumb and retarded, because he actually made a great and good statement, and especially about him being on Zeus Network, Zeus representing a Greek god. So it's a ritual he's involved in. I'm not gonna even say Erica Mena is a fucking warlock, but definitely a witch.
Yeah, I feel like I think they're for men. I think men can be warlocks. I think women are the witches. I could be wrong, but that's just what I know as of now. But she degraded this man. I want you to keep watching this shit, bro. This shit gets horrible. Horrible. Let me see this damn volume.
Pied Piper.
I absolutely have to.
And you want to be an emotional ass motherfucking wreck. That motherfucker is a baby cry.
I am more than willing to go home just off the simple fact that you slapped me on national television.
You got knocked out on national TV.
I don't care.
The bitch that
that's
you.
fine. That's
Bro,
that's
what
totally
did I tell
fine.
you
No,
to get me this
totally
fucking
fine.
shit?
But
And
it's
you really
okay.
Pied Piper.
But now,
I didn't slap you.
no. I'm going
what
home.
I did was
You just slapped me on national television. You just degraded me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not talking to you.
Back it up.
I'm not talking to you.
Go home for real.
I'm not talking to you.
Back it up.
And I'm not.
Now look at all the women in the back, bro. Look at all the women in the back. Pack it up. Pack it up. This ain't nothing but masculine energy. We're trying to tell y'all, we understand that there's some black women out there, but this shit, I mean, these women are really giving us a bad name, bro. Let me keep going. This shit gets more embarrassing.
Nigga, I'll turn this bitch up. Nigga, I'll turn this bitch up before I go too.
Look how the women are dressed, Bronzeberg. Look how the women are dressed.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all look like whores.
Mm-hmm.
Your titties is out. Your booties is out. Some of you ain't barely got any goddamn clothes on. Your language is so profound. This is whores. But do you guys think the way that you think Aaron the plumber can correct these women? No, it's not gonna work. It's just gonna hypen them up even more. And Bambi, you a mother. What are we wearing?
I'll turn this bitch with any nigga. Period. Move, man. You're not a man. You're not a man, so I'm not doing that with you.
So what the fuck are you
I'm not. Can I talk? No, fuck that.
What the fuck are you saying?
Erica gives Pied Piper a little love tap on the face. He actually got
That's not a love tap. That was a slap in the fucking face. You dumbass. That was a slap.
Man, if I tried that with my husband, as much as he loved me, he ain't playing that shit, bro. And I'm not gonna put him in that type of situation. This is crazy.
I'm mad about that shit.
Let me speak my thing. That's fine.
And that's a dick anyway, ain't it? Ain't that orange? Ain't that purple thing a penis?
It's a dick. It's emoji dick.
Is exactly. So you don't put a purple penis on this man's.
Zeus Network is so corny.
Man, this is what a lot of women. Look at the girl over here dressed over here. What is this? What is this? And you dressed like a whole nigga. This actual man's dressed like a clown. She looks like a clown. Like this is embarrassing.
Zeus Network.
But this is what we're trying to tell y'all. This is what we're trying to tell y'all, that this is, like you said, it's programming. Mm-hmm. Like you said, it's programming. So instead of getting mad at the black woman, understand she's programmed. Ain't nothing I can do for her.
Well, that's why I say, like, I'm trying to learn to do this. I'm not wasting my time. I said either we can have a conversation just like we did, right? Mm-hmm. And we could come to a subtle agreement. You know, I'll even apologize for, Just Play, whatever her name is, a little bit. I apologize for that. But getting to the point, it has come to a point. It's like, okay, we've already laid what's on the table. It's not to be certain things don't need to be debated if I already told you what the problem is. You feel what I'm saying?
Understood.
So it's like, why am I going to keep going back and forth with you on certain things if you know that I said what I said? Now, Absolutely. If you have a disagreement with it, we could talk about why you have a disagreement with it. But okay, like for instance, Terry, let's just say this for example. If I said, I don't like black women that wear weaves. I can't stand when y'all wear weaves. I don't like that shit. Y'all fucking up y'all hair, and it messes with your scalp and it makes you go bald and blah blah blah. If I already said that I don't like it, and I gave you the reasons why I don't like it, are you then going to start arguing with me and be like, why you don't like, so you don't like women that wear weaves? So if your mom wear weave and why we got to get into that if I already told you?
So I think a woman would bark back at you because we've seen that you guys go for those type of women. It's like, okay, cool. He showed me what he don't like, but your actions show different. Your actions show.
That's an individuality thing, though, because the thing about it is like, again, if I'm saying directly, that's you putting me on another man. I said me. I didn't say what the next man said or what Aaron said. I said me. I don't like, if I'm just giving an example too, if I say I don't like women that wear weaves.
Like if you came to me and you said, oh, I think you cute, Tyranny, but I really don't like the weave thing, and she starts barking back at you.
Yeah, it doesn't need.
She's not for you,
right? So nothing else needs to be said. Now, this is the thing going on with this clip that I need to say too. Aaron the plumber was right of addressing what he said. He said, "Hey, look, listen, I'm not cool with you slapping me in the face on national television. I don't rock with that. That was cool." But he lost his cool. It started as soon as those women started barking at him and started sitting up there saying, "Oh, you mad, bro? You being sensitive and da 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 da." He gave in to them provoking him. Therefore, now he's sitting up there saying, "Nah, I'm gonna turn up in this bitch and blah blah blah." What you gonna do? You gonna put your hands on a woman?
But we understand that energy. When you're around that energy, now you wanna.
It's very hard. It's very hard to not lose yourself in that.
Right.
But everything is a learning curve and a learning lesson. And that's why I say every man at this point can learn to be like, hey, look, listen, I said what I said. If you can't respect that, then it is what it is. I'm gonna walk off this show because you just disrespected me on television. I don't like that. You have a nice day, ma'am. I'm out. Plain and simple.
I mean, just the other day I was on, Sharon Bracey's show, and I mean, I just don't look. I'm up for conversation, which is why I don't do the $20 kick off my panel, because I like the conversation. But I'm on this channel. I mean, I'm watching, and I just hear these women. Yeah, and black men ain't got no money, and and these black niggas broke, and they ain't got no education. I couldn't do it. So I pulled up and I said, and this woman was like, the way to build wealth is through families. I said, I agree. The way to build wealth is through families. But who the fuck wants to marry something loud and ghetto? Now let's be for real. You niggas sitting here talking about black men ain't this and black men ain't that, but black men invest in their communities. Black men are having ventures where they will invest in your entrepreneur idea strictly for black people. And a lot of them is for black women. But the low-class black men you guys hang around, and you trying to act like it's just all black men. I couldn't do it. Now, where a black man was trying to correct the women and they were barking at them, it didn't work. But when a woman started barking at them, they absolutely humbled themselves a little bit more because they realized that they were out of line. Right. You know, now sometimes I replay that video and I'm like, damn, I wish I could have kept my cool a little bit more. But even the Bible says don't provoke someone to anger. And it is absolutely true. You know,
it's human nature. It's about energy. You're gonna naturally going to adapt to the energy that someone's giving you. So of course I understand that's gonna happen. I'm not gonna chastise you. Be like, you should have did it. I said sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're gonna lose your cool. That's why I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is like exactly my point. How many times there's been many times there'll be black women that sit up there and talk all that bullshit. I know about a few of them. Oh, you black men, blah, blah, blah. And then come up on my panel or be in my chat. I'd be like, why your ass is over here? I thought you said that black men this and black men that.
Because they want to give that witch energy. There's just all these women that you see on the panel right here on the screen. Understand that each one of these women is affecting another one of these little girls. So we just want you guys to understand versus thinking that you could talk down on us and it's going to help. We're in the matrix. A lot of us are in the matrix. It's only a few of us that has gotten out of it. But if you want to pull us out the matrix, it's better to uplift someone like Umar Johnson does with calling us queens and putting us in a different mind frame versus calling us bitches.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like certain women, I do gotta call bitches. I'm sorry. I cannot. I'm sorry. I have to keep it real. I'm not calling every woman a queen. I'm not doing it. If some of them are bitches, they are bitches. Sorry.
I understand. But my computer about to die. So did you want to have any final words? No. Just keep doing your thing. Keep going live and stop playing games with people being out the mist and not coming back and shit, man. Fuck. I should get that notification rapidly. You know what I'm saying? I should be getting that notification rapidly. That's all I'm saying. Yes, sir.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank y'all for being here. I'll try to come up more. I really don't think y'all love me the way that y'all say y'all love me. That's why I'm gonna be coming up. I'm gonna be honest. I think that y'all full of crap. I don't feel like people be paying much attention to tyranny. You know, even HQ said, tyranny, stop that. You know, people love you. No, because every time I'm on a panel with someone want to mention my baby daddy. Or, you know, I got one baby daddy and two husbands, bro. What we talking about? But someone want to mention my baby daddy kids I have. It's always something negative. And it really brings me down. So it's just like, I don't really think people fuck with me like that. I only get 4 or 5 views, 6, 7 views at the most sometimes. You know, I might be a pretty, beautiful, older black woman, but I have insecurities too. Okay. God dang it. But I'll do better. You guys show me you love me by sending me money, and then it motivates me. You know what I'm saying? It motivates me when you show me that you love me by sending me some mother freaking money. Okay. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. And I don't know.
I'm saying real Jude in the building, man. You know what I'm talking about? Carnology, you feel me? Talk to the people real quick. I can't call this a bonus, hear me? Yeah. Look. They saying it's the last days. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready for the last
next phase. With so many disconnected, ain't too many gonna make it out here walking bucket naked. It's some fresh days. Message to the modern day slaves. You're facing the state and conditions, but your condition is not a state. Your people was reprobate. It was witchcraft that took away your power to levitate. They know when you elevate. If only you knew the way. The book of life, they say peace and you're shining now. No, it's the author of this book, man, he is the light. Me, I'm just a reflection of it. And real talk, I fall short today. Just because I jock me, I was style. I like the room when it be pitch black. No cap, you see salary, it be unlimited when it's the Father paying. So when I brag, I got a bag. Read Luke 6 if you think I'm playing. Yeah, I boast in the Most High, and I teach my people how to do the same. I'm loyal to what I boast do, so everything you say, but I do the same. I'm giving game if you pay attention, but a lot of y'all think it's just rap. I know bars hard, yeah, I spit gas, but this ain't gas, this is straight fact. You can have angels on speed dial, or you can have a demon infestation. Call me Malaka, Yasha Allah. This a message to my whole nation. We got Knicks. 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 We got
I just wanna make it in the kingdom, boy.
We got Knicks. We got Knicks.
Let me get a spot with you in the gate, you heard me?
We got Knicks.
Y'all run around up, boy.
Revelation. We got Knicks.
Let's go.
We next, big flex, we the ones on the front line yelling out 12 tribes. Bring a knife to a gunfight, better reconsider your thoughts before you take flight. Remember Antioch and Maccabees, you know the covenant would never leave. It still is laws there inside of me. We the light, so we gotta lead. Last day, so we make them bleed, so we make them see. Quorum Yasharala, all praises to a higher, see the nation on the rise. They can never ever stop it, but a reprobated mind become a reprobated soul, and a reprobated soul too hot for me to hold. Destruction awaits at the door, it's burning your flesh and deceiving your soul. Temptation can kill when lust is fulfilled. Remember, keep silent and fair for the thrill. So I boast in the most high, feeling like it's taking y'all my vision be spiritual. You don't wanna be in last place, trying to make it out the maze, hoping you can make it through them golden gates. Revelation be revealed with a seal in your head and a white robe overcame like Job. The kingdom ain't hidden in this world, it's so wicked, it seems like we living out nowadays. Examine yourself, kingdom is wealth. Make sure you live in a righteous way, cause judgment be swift, or higher be still. Get caught with that left on that judgment day. The joy in my soul, so my verses be critical. My name in this book is a miracle. I switch up the flow, unpredictable. Most High give us grace unconditional. We got Knicks. We got Knicks.
Y'all run around up, boy.
We got Knicks. We got Knicks.
Say Most High, boy.
We got Knicks. We got Knicks.
Y'all run around up, boy.
We got Knicks. We got Knicks.
Leg on.
We got Knicks. We got Knicks.
Y'all run around up, boy.
We got Knicks. We got Knicks.
Say Most High, boy.
We got Knicks. We got Knicks.
Y'all run around up, boy.
We got Knicks. We got Knicks.
I got a couple of jewels to drop the jewels. It's who that he choose, but you can't see it cause your eyes closed. We too busy being crabs in the bucket. Look, we blind and we love how you witnessing a blindfold. Cause the man you follow ain't chose. There's a light to the path if you walk in the map. It ain't always gold cause the glitters like that. Yeah, I hear all his cat, but he doubling bad. Cause he rock fringes don't mean he the way. Niggas pick up the Bible and lie every day. What makes a man sharp as a razor? His words and his actions, they all coordinate. If you got wisdom, you hear what I say. But most is just here for the fish and the bread. I'm giving you food, this beat is a plate. But most cannot stomach the bars that I said. Every verse is a parabolic chamber, dark sentences. You gon' need a light. These ain't just tunes, these like mushrooms. Mario, you won't be big, right? Me, I will be stepping me bars up.